welcome. So I started making a roof try hack. We decided, let's actually make this into a video also. So what I did so far is I just have a little thing like, hey, we got a save that. Just an info room, but hello world, just echoing hello world, putting that into a file, and then continuing on, right? I did add some coloring variables, but then I decided to make this step 3, but just the different colors, and then having those be variables and having those get called, right? So what we're gonna do now. So this is going to be more of a instructional video also, is let's go ahead, let's make a variable. Okay, so you can understand the next part of it a little bit better. So make it a variable, right? Variables can be changed by the user or programmer or scripter. All right, so let's go ahead, let's make a variable, right? In bash scripting. So what we could do for a variable is we could say hello equals hello world, right? Then we could say something like hello equals hello world, and then we can go ahead and say $ hello. We say echo $ hello, right? Now if we run that over here, our terminal, we get hello world, right? We get another hello world like right there. Oh, that's because this one's green down here. That's why. So I did that one down there. Okay, so we can see that we can echo, save that, hello world, right? So if we bash this, we've now made a variable. Okay, let's go ahead and print that out. We'll throw this into here. Okay, so now we made a variable. Just typing $ hello. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do it for retac p. So if we want to also, we can do a retac p. What is your name? All right, and then we'll say answer. Then we'll say echo $ answer. All right. Input. Oh, I press Control S. Let's go ahead and show them that, like right there. Okay, that's just intro so far. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a bashed. What is your name? We'll say Ryan, and then there we go. Okay. I'll also put a space in there, make it a little bit prettier. All right. There we go. So there we go. Okay. So we'll go on, we'll save that now. And then we have adding some color variables. All right. So now we make a green hello world. All right. Keep pressing Control S. Let's go ahead and do I don't know, for the next one, we could say looking for files maybe. Let's go ahead and do a we'll say if else statements. All right. If and else statements can make your script very powerful, allow you to skip over parts that are not needed for certain users. Let's look to see if a file exists or not, and if it does not exist, we will make that file. Okay, so for something like this, right, let's go ahead and say, let's go ahead and delete this up here. All right, and we're just going to say ls-LA, and we'll say, I don't know, file.txt or test.txt. If actually $sign question mark is not equal to true, not equal to 0, then touch test.txt. Else, well, else echo. Let's actually take this whole thing. Whoops. Let's put down here. Let's say $C for cyan. Test.txt already exists. Okay. Then we'll do a 5 at the end there. Let's go and run this real quick, make sure that we're good with it. Okay. There we go. Let's go and remove it, and we'll say created file test.txt. Okay. We'll do something like that. We'll say, let's go ahead and breaking down the above command. We can see that we are first looking for test.txt. If that does not exist, test.txt, the next command is an if statement that says if the last command that looks to see if the last command was true or false. If false, if true, we'll say, we will have a number, we will have the number 0 as shown below. So we'll do is just say ls-LA, and then we'll just say question mark, $ question mark, and we get a 0. Other than 0. Okay. So that's obviously not a command, right? So we'll return something other than 0. And we return 127. All right, cool. with this logic, we'll say and 0. Then we will make the file. Then we will make the file. Otherwise, we will. Otherwise, we will skip. Otherwise, we will print that the file was found. All right. Okay, let's run the script again. And look at that. So we know that did work, right? Okay. Now let's use this. Now we can use this, right? And we can start to kind of break more stuff down, right? Like we can do like elif, stuff like that, right? We're not going to go that deep into it yet. We got our if then else statement like right there. Let's go ahead and got that like right there. We could do an elif. $sign question mark equals 0, right? Then we can say echo updating with time. Let's go ahead and look up Linux date command. Do something like this. Then we can just say date and then put it somewhere. We just say something like date. Save that into test.txt. So now we can see if that'll work. Did not do what I wanted to do now, did it? Maybe echo date. So if we just do date, does it actually work on this thing? It does. Can I not save it into there? We can. So it's actually just saying, is it giving us anything? Let's see what it's giving us. Okay, so it's giving us this probably right here, down here. Why isn't it? Probably because it's an elif. Let's just say, no, it should be equals 0. Wonder why it's doing it like that. because that should be an equals 0, like right there, as far as I know. Let's try to say equals 0. Might just be an equals 0. Let's try that like right there. It's going all the way down to else statement for some reason. Actually, I don't know what the hell we even do that. We could just make that part of the else statement, can't we? I don't know what the hell I'm even go that hardcore into it. There we go. Got to reset it. That like right there. Now let's go ahead and see what we got here. I actually want to echo the actual date and do it though like that. There we go. That candidate. Okay, there we go. So yep, that works. Okay. I'll exist updating with time. There we go. Okay. So we'll keep it like that for now because it's only looking for a true or false statement like right there. We're not picking a whole bunch of different stuff, right? Now let's go ahead. Okay, cool. And I do say in the beginning of this room, this is going to be made to attack a directory. So we're going to start getting to that here in a minute. Okay. Now we are saving the date into test.txt. I actually don't know why I'm making this for try-hack-me because, honestly, I still have boxes that are close to a year old that haven't been looked at. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but you know, whatever. Okay. Let's go into add a task, and we're gonna call this time to start attacking stuff. What we're actually gonna do is we're actually gonna go into try-hack-me again. We're gonna open up attack directory, and disgruntled, that one's paid for, so I'm not gonna look at that. Search for attack directory. All right. Let's go and start this machine up. Let's go ahead and get a VPN up and running. All right, cool. Let that guy go. We're gonna say, so I said time to start attacking, right? That was the last thing I said, right? All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna define different functions. To make our script easier to call back to. Throughout the different parts of it. So the very first thing we're going to do to make it define something, right? Let's go ahead and Sublime. Like right here, this guy has a lot of defines, okay, in there, right? So these are more toward the bottom of it. So I thought he had a lot of defines. Yeah, he definitely, I mean, he has to because we got it all like right there, right? So there we go. That's how we make it define, like right there, okay? So what we're going to start off with is obviously something like, I don't know, curve root, since that's one of the very first things you're going to do in that room, right? So let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's define curb root, right? So all we're going to do, we're going to just grab that like right there. We're just going to say, go ahead and delete all that. And let's go ahead and say curb root. Okay. What we're going to say here is we're first going to look for the curb root file. All right, which I actually have in my other script. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to use that like right there. Instead of trying to go all the way through and do everything right. First thing we're going to do is actually look to see, does that curb root file even exist? So we're going to try to locate curb root. Boom, that's pretty much what we're going to do like right there, right? Okay. So pretty much what it's going to do, it's going to install curb root on the machine. Oh, pretty good, Entertainment. How you doing? Yeah, I'm making a try hack me room for this while attacking the active directory, so then people can start to learn how to do some bash scripting, some simple bash scripting. You know, nothing too hardcore. Users. Okay. I'll reset that. I do not ascertainment. No, I was kidding. It's fun. It's a good time. In between brackets. Now we can call for that at any time by utilizing all right, so now to be able to call for that, right? Because that's great that we made it. If we want to call for it, as you can see, if I scroll down to the bottom of my other script here, all right, because I call for it down here, okay? All we're gonna do is type it in. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. So from here, we can call for it, right? So we can do an enter, curb root. Whoops. There we go. We have now called for that. Continued. God. All right. And a password list. Let's check to make sure the user downloaded it. And if not, download for them. Okay, so let's first do that, right? We should also see if the set the function name as a typo. Does it? Yes, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, it does. Thank you. It's gonna be really hard to call for it if yeah, let's go ahead and we'll delete that. Thank you very much. Whoa. Oh, did I delete it? Yep. Okay, cool. Then we'll go ahead and we'll redo this like right here. Thank you very much. You're right. It's gonna be really hard to call for it if there's a typo in it, huh? I should have just left it in. That would be a true try hack me box. I might not get approved without that. You need at least 3 wrong things and a typo for it to be approved. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and copy that. Oh, first we need the username and everything, right? List, wherever that's at. There we go. Just going to open that link in a new tab, open that link in a new tab, because then we can actually just download it, right? So we'll say, very first thing we're going to do is if, let's do an ls-la for user, what's it called? User list, and this is called user list.text. W get that. We'll say oh, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Users list. From attack directory. Okay. Let's do a quick else. Let's go ahead and do a quick else. And we'll say this will be green. Users list already downloaded. Then we'll say if, or actually we'll do ls-la. What's the password list called? Pass list, I say. Password list.text, okay. No point reinventing the wheel here, right? There we go. Password list for curb root from attack directory. Let's do that. Else. We'll say, actually I want that there. Pass list. Password list already downloaded. Right? There we go. Okay. Easy day. Put a 5 at the end there. We're done with that, right? Boom. Crushed it. Crushed that problem. Let's go ahead and paste all this in there. Did not crush it yet. I always forget to do that. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and throw this into there. There we go. Downloaded. All right. Cool. Now let's go ahead. And we already have that guy in there, right? Curb root in there, right? So now what we can say is we can call for curb root. right? And ask for what is the username and password list, right? So we do a retac p, and we can say, actually this is actually going to be up in curb root, because this is just downloaded that one like right there. Say 5. So just go locate curb root like right there, right? Then we'll say retac p full path to username list. Then we'll give an example, right? Home, Kali, desktop, users list, .text. All right, we'll do something like that, okay? Then we'll do, and we'll actually want to make this a variable now, aren't we? So let's go ahead and make this a variable, and we will call this something like, I don't know, users equals. Right, something like that, okay? So that's not how you make a variable though. So there we go. That should work just like that. That should work just like that, right? No, that should work. There we go. Okay, they'll say, actually I should probably do a boop, boop. Oh, I don't know. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm not even thinking. This will be users. Then we'll say retac p full path to password list. We'll put that same example there. Right, put that same exact example there, except for this one will say password. Not text, we'll call this pass. Okay. So now we have the full path to username list, full path to the password list, right? And we put that back into curb root. So downloaded that portion. We need to ask the user there we go. If this is confusing anyone, please tell me, because if it's confusing you, it's probably going to be confusing to someone else. So I can try to make it a little bit better with talking it out, you know? If anyone's confused on what's going on, just shout it out. Just going to save that now. All right. Now from here, what we can do is we can actually call for the curb root command, right? So now we need to get the location of curb root and then run the command. And this one is actually a pain. So let's go ahead and look up curb root. All right, right here. This is like our this. Okay. So now we're gonna make. See, this is another like right here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make something like this, right? So now we also need to ask for a domain IP and also the domain for this, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to the top of our script now. And we're just going to say domain equals, domain IP equals, boom. There we go. Retac P. Put a different answer at the end. Put a different variable at the end. Instead of users or paths, you could use domain IP. Okay. So now to curve root something, right? First, we want to actually make sure that port 88 is even up and running, but we won't go that hardcore into this. That'll be for those guys to figure out. So now let's go ahead and let's actually run the curve root command, right? Like I said, this command is a pain, so I'm just going to copy it from one of my other scripts, right? Let's just say healthy. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do this like right here. Okay. We'll throw it back over here. So if it doesn't exist, boom, boom, boom. Okay, then it's going to run all this, right? Whoops. Okay. Then we can go ahead and get rid of this whole line. $X does not exist yet. Now does it? I shouldn't have a $X yet. $X over here was, I don't remember. Oh, cat x.text. Okay, that's this one like right here. That's if we're going to use that that one like right there, which we are not. Right, we're not going to use that guy, right? So we can go ahead and we can get rid of that part like right there. Okay, this one like right here should be current equals location.text. This should be $location, right? Oh, location of curve root file. This one like right here should be $users, right? Guess we don't really need the password yet, but whatever, we're gonna leave it in there. Don't need this one like right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if this will work like right now. Let's go ahead and throw a domain in here. And I guess we can also do like a if the domain does not exist, then to do something, right? So let's go ahead and also do a if domain it's not equal to 0, then. So I think that's how I do it. I forget how to do it if it's a variable. Let's go ahead and look. I know I have it in some other places here. There we go. If tax z domain. Yep. That'll make sure if the domain is 0. I'll say I know it's not like that. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So now if the domain is not 0, then we're going to do crack map exec. SMB, domain IP, right? TAC U test, TAC P test. And then we'll go ahead and we'll echo out of here. Should see domain name. Please update script. All right. So now we can go ahead and run this, and we should end up downloading, and then what we want to do from here actually is exit, because we don't want it to keep going if the domain name isn't even there, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a domain IP address into there. And then we'll run that script, make sure that works, and then we'll go ahead and we'll update it in the class over there. So let's go ahead and do that like real quick. Cool. So far it works, right? So we got spookystack.local. All right, cool. Grab my up to get the domain name. However, let's first ensure that crack map exec is installed. There we go. To do this, we will we have looked for other parts. There we go. All right, cool. So now we want to go ahead and make sure that crack map exec is installed, right? So let's go ahead and do that first. We'll say, I think I just do a which crack map exec. Yep. It's not equal to 0. Then, and I believe it's just a pip install crack map exec, right? Actually, I can look right over here. Oh, I'm about to say, I'm like, what the hell? I know I have a lot more crack map exec than just that in there. pip3 install crack map exec. Break system packages in case they have the environment thing in there. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Calling for a defined function. Write everything out in order. The tag z states if there is no domain, then to do the following. Okay. So, whoa, there we go. All right, cool. So now we have all that, right? So we ran it. It obviously worked, right? Let's go ahead and run it again. It obviously works, right? So to show that I updated mine with the domain IP. Active directory machine. Updated the machine. And updated my script with my IP. With target IP. And ran the script. Okay. Then we went ahead and we ran it. And we got this back. So we know that should work so far, right? Trying to, Frank. It will never get approved, but I'm trying to. So, okay. Now let's update our domain name and try again. So we had spookystack.local, right? Okay. Then from here, we will do a boom. There we go. Okay. So downloaded that. Okay. So far it's looking pretty good. Then we have this like right here, right? So now it says full path to the username list. So ours is going to be exactly what that says. If we don't know, that did not download it. Why did it not download it? So it should have done a wget, correct? That's probably why, because we didn't type in wget, did we? There we go. Go ahead and just grab that like right there. What we're going to do is we're just going to update this one up here. There we go. Okay, cool. Save that. Save that. Let's also put a space in here because that's kind of annoying. I hate when there's not space. Or not in there, but where's my full path? There it is. Okay. Go ahead and do that. And then I was going to call for curb root down here, right? So looks good so far. Right, so let's go ahead and run this again. And there we go. All right, so it looks like it downloaded it. Let's go and copy that. Go and we'll throw that back over into here. Looks good so far. We have downloaded both the scripts. The username file is. Okay, let's go and try that like real quick. So our username file is going to be, have it right there, right? Password list and user list.txt. So it's going to be this / user list.txt. I don't know if that's hard for you guys to see. There you go. Okay, now password list, same exact thing. / password list.txt. All right, and that says user enum command not found. Awesome. I've always had a problem with curb root running in a thing like this. So it should be able to find that, right? So we should have a location.txt in here now, right? Should. We do not. Why not? So we should have actually had a locate that guy right there. Okay, so that does work. Okay. And that should have saved to location.txt. Why did it not do that? Probably because I never call for cur, do I? I never once location equals cat location dot text. That should have actually. Oh, I never actually called for cur now, do I? Let's try that again. Ugh. Ugh. Where is it? Where's it green at? That's red, like right there. Why is it green? Ugh. Why are you green? That's red. Reset. Reset, reset. Ah. That's why. Ugh, right? Okay, let's try this one more time. Don't really need a password list yet, but okay. No such file directory. But there should be. Because I'm calling for cur like right there. So it does locate it. It puts in location.txt, right? Let's go and get rid of this one, like right here. The password one. For now, just so I don't have to do this twice. Okay. So it grabs that, right? Cur equals location of cur brute. Calls for it. Loc equals cat location.txt. Why is it not saving that location.txt, I wonder? Let's see if that command works. Okay, so that does work. And I know it works in my other one, so why is it not working in this one, like right here now? We've got cur equals, then it calls for cur, right? It's saving its location.txt, supposedly. Could be something stupid like that. Try it again. Then we'll just, this time we won't need to keep doing that like right there. User list.txt. Nope. Location.txt does not exist. If I do a cat, Location, Location. Huh. That is super freaking strange. Why is it not? Let's do it twice. See what that does. Damn it. It got me. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if that fixes it, like right there. Let's see what we can do with that. So it is doing it. Locate, save it in location.txt. So why are we having such a problem with it, like right here? I don't think that's going to work like that. Hey, thanks a lot for follow. Flokin Van I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. What's up, Tommy Luco? How you doing? Father of Floki. Okay. Can I do something like this? Can I do something like that, like right there? No. Oh, okay. Wait. Now it says user enum command not found, probably because it's not actually grabbing that location.txt, huh? If I do like that though, it doesn't know what to do with this guy right here, huh? Because it's just saying this, like right here, that's saying user enum. How do I do it in the other one? I mean, I copy and pasted it, didn't I? I've always had the biggest problems with curve root, I think. Locates it. I don't even call for this one. What the hell do I have going on in this one? Gentle hardened? What do you mean? What is gentle hardened? Alright, let's see here. Like it's not even calling for it in that one, like right there. Links just to recompile everything from source. That sounds stupid. 1 second. Alright, so sounds horrible. I would never do that. Alright, we could do a retac P, where is it? But that's not really what I want to do for this thing over here. So now we need to figure out why is it. Like can we not save something while we're calling it like this? Hey, thanks a lot for file spawn. Thank you very much. So can we just do this like right here? Why am I even trying to call for cur if I could just do something like this? Right? Can I just do that? Now I think about it. For 3 seconds? Yeah, we can. Okay. Why did I go through all that when I could just do this like right here? Bloop. That was stupid of me. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back to that curve root one then. Okay, don't care about that. All right, let's make sure it's not anywhere in there. Okay. Far. Now we need to call for curve root. Let's go back up to our curve root command that we defined and add some more into it. There we go. So now we're still calling for curve root, right? Boom. And we have added pretty much all of this, right? There we go. That was stupid of me. There we go. And then we'll say we added all this. Okay, cool. All right. So now when we run that command, we will actually get a hash, right? So if we run this command now, and we actually do our little user list, we do actually get a user list.text. Boom. Now at the running the command, we see the following. Okay, cool. Now we can run our bash script, and we see the following. Attack a directory, script. Okay, just making sure everything looks good so far. Boom, boom. We put in our domain name and everything like that. And yeah, so now we did all that, right? Hey, thanks a lot for follow. Fuming Max. Thank you very much. All right, so now we have that, right? So we've now created a script that will download Kerbrute, look up a domain name, and all that good stuff, right? Cool. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to crack that, okay? And I am not good enough with set everything like that. But here's the bad news. This guy like right here, we can't crack that with John the Ripper. At least you usually can't. You usually need to get MP users. All right. So now what we need to do is we want to see if Python exists to be able to put that into a format that we can actually use for Hashcat. Now I believe Kerbrute can actually do that though. Brute user. I think we can save it as something different. But what we're going to do is we're going to ask pretty much if statements. We're going to ask, hey, did you receive a hash, right? And if you did, okay, cool. For what username? Okay. So we got the service admin like right here. So we know that we received a hash for service admin. Okay. So service admin has no pre-auth required. Dumping hash crack offline. Boom. So we'll ask here in our script. Okay. After Kerbrute's ran, we'll say define, or we're going to define something else, right? So let's go ahead and let's define, I don't know, we'll say something like hash cracking. Okay. Hash cracking. Okay. We can actually go ahead and delete that now. We'll put that down here. Okay. We'll say hash cracking, right? So if we take this hash cracking, we're going to say retac b yes or no, right? Boom. If the answer if answer is equal to y, then we're going to go ahead and say username. We'll call that username, right? Oh, what's your good news? Susan? O'Reilly? All right, username. So if the answer equals yes, then it's going to ask for a username, and then it's going to go ahead and it's going to look for in packet, right? Now for in packet, that's kind of weird because I don't think we just do a which in packet. Okay, but we can do a which in packet, and then we can look for an actual thing, right? So we can just say like which in packet. We can actually say Oh, that's cool. Good job. We could do a git. Let's see here. You hate to see it. A DDoS. How'd you help them stop it? Redirecting traffic, putting what is it? It was just from one IP. It's not equal 0. Then downloading and packet. Okay. And then from here, we can go ahead and if the answer is still yes, right? So we're still looking at if the answer is yes. Okay. From here, we'll say which get MP users. Then we'll say a get MP users. Attack of no, that's just attack of directory. It's just a box on try hack me. Which speaking about the box, I have to actually probably update it to add one more hour to it. So now we want to do get MP user.py. Then we're gonna say from here we're gonna say an in packet get MP users. Okay. What we want is domain, user, password. We don't really need that like right there. We can say no pass, users file, user.text. All right. So we should probably save this username. So username that has no pre-auth required, username. Okay. Then what we're actually gonna do is actually save that into a text file. So we're gonna echo username into username.text. We'll actually call it u.text. Right. Then we'll delete it once we're done with that. All right. So in packet get MP users. We're gonna say no pass. Okay. So we need $domain name. Domain slash, and we actually are probably going to want to put that, should be tag DCIP. Yep, we'll put that at the end. Tag no pass. Okay. Tag user file. It's going to be u.text, right? Tag DCIP. It's going to be $domain IP. Okay. And this usually likes to be like this. So we'll do something like that. Then we'll also put domain IP same exact way. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to say hash cracking. Okay, and then we're actually going to save that into hash.text. Then we'll say John hash.text word list equals user share word list, or actually we can say password list now, right? Which we shouldn't add that password list up there, but whatever. Actually, we'll say password list.text. We could just look for that, but because I do ask for a password list up here, but whatever. We're just gonna say retac p password list to crack hash file. Then we can just say John hash.text word list equals, we'll call this John, $John. Fork equals 4. Make it a little bit faster So let's go ahead and give this guy a try and see if it works before we update our notes over there. Nope. Where did I mess up at? There's that to that. Crash cracking. That to that. What's your problem now? Doesn't like something. Oh, you want to know why? Phi. Okay. Username list. Password list. We'll say enter there. We don't care. Okay, so it goes through. It does that right. Now we should actually be able to press Control C, and it should continue along with the script. I think. Let's try it. Nope. So that was stupid of me. All right, so we're just gonna let this run through then. I don't know how many usernames there are actually in there. Let's go and sublime it. Holy Jesus. There's a lot. We might want to put some threads on this thing. Like 500 or like 1,000. Let's go ahead and stop that. We're actually going to put threads on ours. So we're actually going to say, where's our curb root one? Oh, there's already 200 on there. Let's say 500. Because that's going to take forever. Oh, it's already got 200 threads. There we go. That's all I see like right there. There we go. We'll just skip over all them. There we go. See? That's so bad. There's way more usernames than that. But we got what we want. So there is someone with pre-auth not required, right? And we don't even care because it's just for testing like right here. Service admin, right? Has pre-auth not required? Yes. Username that has it, service admin. Password list to crack hash file. That's actually right where we are, so we can just say password list. And there we go. We cracked the file. Let's go! Okay. See, I'm not insane. And then from here, we actually want to remove there. Okay. So now we'll put this whole thing in there with no explanation. It's just going to say, do this next. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we'll go back over here. And we'll say, let's crack some hashes. There. Motivation. That's what I call that. All right. From here, we're just going to say, it's 23, right? $sign 23, right? Yep. Looking above in the defined function, really nothing new happening here. we are utilizing a function called hashcracking. And from there, asking for some user input. What's up, Steel Runner 1? How you doing? Input. All right. All right, cool. So we've now, oh, Billy just subscribed on YouTube. Hey, thanks a lot. I wonder if anyone on YouTube ever watches the video again to realize that they show up as subscribe on there. Or if they just watch the EJPT thing and that's it. The Zero to Hero EJPT thing. Say rerunning the script. There we go. Boom. So now we've now cracked it, right? What if there's a way to be able to put that password like right there? Can we use John the Ripper to put a password into a file? I don't think I've ever done that before. Not gonna lie. Just gonna tell me that. Instead of doing show, what I actually want to do is just quick put that into password.txt. I want to see what happens. Oh, well, we get that. We got to cut all this out somehow. All I want is that. We have to cut all that, all the spaces, and all of this, huh? So we got to, pretty much we should do a tail. So we should be looking at cat that, right? I don't, how the fuck do I use tail? I just want to see one line. Tack end. Okay, so now we got the tail down, right? Now we want to delete everything past the password. How would I do that? Actually, I wonder if I could, one second. What if I do a John #text show? Will this make my life easier? No. I guess if I could do a head. Damn it. Just tack end again. So at least now, from the semicolon, or from this colon back, we need to delete. So I wonder how I can delete from colon back. Linux command line. Cut from colon back. Anybody know how to do that? Yeah, cut, tac D. Okay, so it's just tac D colon. That's all it is. Thank you. So do I like a cat password.txt? That would be cut tac D, just like that. We cut tac D, that. But it would be like a cat password.text, right? F2. Oh, does that have any blank lines? No, it doesn't. Okay, what is the F2 for? What does that do? How's that a field? How do you know what field it is? Select only these fields. Also print any. Okay, so just select only that field. Okay, so it's just saying just only select only these fields. Also print any line or fields. What if I said 1? Then what would it do? Oh, yeah. Oh, because it's the second field, because I have 1, and then this guy right here would be the separation to the second field. Okay. Okay. So if I were to cut that and I save that into passGood.txt, then I can cat passGood.txt, huh? Oh, let's freaking go. Thank you, OXJD. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So now we should make another. Let's go ahead and actually put that up here. And then we can do John hash.text, tac show, right? Then we did a head tac add 1, right? Then from there, we did a, and we're going to save that into password file.txt. And then from there, we're going to say cat password file.txt, got D passcode.txt. Okay. Now we already have a username, right? And we also have a password. So now we can define the next function as trying to log in, or maybe like crack-map execute, right? Okay, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Makes me very, very happy. Okay. So now we have all of this, right, that we just updated with it. Let's go ahead and actually copy this whole thing just so they can see that it's in that part. We'll go ahead and copy this part down here. All right. Go ahead and throw that into there. Bam. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and save that so far. I like that. I like that product right there. I like it a lot. Okay. Now, let's try to do some crack-map exec stuff. Or let's try to log in or something, right? We say add task. Last part, log in. Now that we have utilized a script for curve root, let's try to log in with the credentials that we have and use aircrack-ng, which we know already exists because we used it in the beginning of the script. Do we really know though? Because if they actually filled this part out, then we actually don't know now, do we? Well, actually, yeah, we do know. Like right there, we do know. Okay, cool. All right, let me get you the script. I'm also wondering if I should do something like where it actually calls for like different variables, stuff like that. We'll leave it like this for now. We got functions, things like that in there, so we'll just leave it like this for now. Oh, we can go like above and beyond part. We'll do something like that. Okay. Use the beginning of the script. Okay. So now we want to use aircrack-ng, so let's go ahead and define a function for crack. All right. So we'll define a function for crack, and then from here, oh man, I keep coughing. 1 second. Like where you start coughing so much you start crying. We'll grab some water real quick. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, you like cough so much that your body's just prepared to die. You're like, oh, I'm not getting any oxygen. Here it goes. You know. They'll say, see if that works right there. That'll work. I have to go through the whole thing again. No, it's not. It actually is water. I actually have water today. I know Coke should like sponsor me, huh? Should definitely be sponsored by Coke. Okay. All right, cool. So that's it. Actually, echo tag E that, isn't it? There. Okay. So now for crack, we can go ahead and do a crack map exec, right? SMB. All right. Then we say tac U, $sign. We don't know what the username is because we'd be running. I guess we would technically run this first. So I wonder if that would actually take in this one down here. If we actually don't delete u.text, we could actually keep that. This script is looking horrible. This one, much better. But I guess for a class, that was looking just fine. But this one also, I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 18 million times. And there's also 30,000 functions, so you know. But thank you very much, Entertainment. All right, tech P will be password good dot text, right? Because I can do that with crack-ng exec, right? So we'll see, can it log in? You know, actually, we could just say u.text, huh? Let's go ahead and keep that u.text. Let's go ahead and not remove that. We'll say u.text. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to recopy this guy. Okay. We'll go ahead, we'll throw that back, save this, throw that back up here, just so no one gets confused of how the hell we did that. All right. It's hash cracking like right there. It's still hash cracking. Yeah, we're removing it like right there. But I actually don't want to remove it now, do I? I was gonna say there. I'll even put a sorry in there because I'm a nice guy. Okay. So now I'll come down here, okay? It's password good, isn't it? Not good password. Pass good.text. Maybe I should actually call for the right thing, huh? There we go. Okay. So pass good.text, right? And let me guess, I messed that up in the other one too, didn't I? Yes, I did. Cat password good.text, so that's not going to work now, is it? Nice. Good work, Susan. There. Go ahead and grab that. We'll put that here. There, now it's not so confusing. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Okay, pass good.text. Okay, cool. Now we can go ahead and we can show this part like right here, right? And we could run some different crack-ng exec stuff. I mean, why not, right? You say we still need a domain IP. Okay. And then from here we could do, I mean, that should be good like right there, right? We could probably run a command if we want. SMB, I think it's TAC-X to run a command. Yeah, TAC-X for a PowerShell command, TAC-X just for command. So we should just be able to run something like, just to make sure. But I don't know if we could do it. I've never really done it with a file of users. Let's try that like right there. Okay, let's try to run this guy. Okay. Hopefully it just breaks again. I guess I don't actually need, I need that in there. Okay, good, it broke again. Yes, we do. Service admin. Okay, password list to crack the file with. We have password list.text. Boom. And your password for service admin is that. Oh my god, I never freaking called for this, did I? Okay. I feel like we don't need, we just say enter here. There. We say yes. Just so we don't have to go through the whole thing again. Then we'll say service admin, right? Let's see if that. It's going to be passwordlist.txt. Hey, thanks a lot for the follow, Miami Oiler. Now let's see if that actually works down here. Yeah, it definitely worked. Well, we got a plus. I mean, let's see if we get a little who am I going. We go with that was our who am I, or probably not, huh? Let's do something a little bit harder than who am I, like ipconfig. See what we get with that. Damn. Yes. Let's see if that works. If I'm going to do the whole cat thing like I did before. Let's see if that will actually even work. Let's do a crack map exec. SMB. Attack U. Service admin. Attack P. Management 2005. Attack X. Who am I? See if that works. You may also not be able to log in like this. I mean, you could. I mean, that's what people use, what's it called? Honeypots, stuff like that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll run crack map exec SMB. We'll run LDAP. We'll run WinRM. Right. And what I'm actually going to do now, because we're going to keep typing this in, is we're actually going to say C equals crack map exec. Right. And then we're going to say U, not U, A equals attack U, U.text, attack P, pass good dot text. Let's try it like that. So we could just say $C. And then we can say $A. Let's try that like right there. See if that works. WinRM, LDAP, FSSQL, and SSH. Let's try that. See if that works. Passwordlist.txt. Rant. Oh man, trash puppy, right? You got to give me a minute. What do you want to hear rant about? Anything? Anything like in particular? Cool, so that does work. So WinRM, you can't get in as SMB again. Looks like you didn't even try the other ones, huh? If there's something you want to hear a rant about, should we do like a continue on success or continue on? Last thing we should do is LDAP. You know anything about privacy law changes? I have no idea. Um, the UK. So the last time I talked to anyone from around there, I was actually in Norway, right? I got a funny story about this. So I'm in Norway, right? And we're on this op. Okay. Yeah, I will, Chad B. This is just for, in the actual file it is, Chad. This is for a try hack me room. This is the actual one over here. I think it actually all gets saved to, let me see, where's crap map exec? Yeah, see, it all gets saved. But so I'm in Norway, right? And we're working with all of these other services and stuff, right? Um, so we're working on all these other services and everything. And there's a British guy there, right? And the British guy, he I forgot what he said. Oh, he said, I think it's weird the way Marines talk, right? And he says, I think it's weird the way Marines talk. And I was like, why is that? And he said, because you guys say rod, oorah, and kill and things like that to each other. I was like, uh-huh. I said, I think it's weird that British people keep their tea in a kettle. And he was like, oh, why? I was like, because I keep mine in the fucking harbor. It's some German guy, right? And what you would think of when you think of a German guy, you know, this huge, tall dude, you know, this huge guy, right? No idea even spoke English. He just starts, ho, 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 like point at this guy. This little British dude just pointed at him, ho, ho. I was like, oh my God, that was about to start World War III. Oh man. All right, here's a rant, okay? When you're done at the grocery store, put your fucking cart away. Like you walked around the entire store with your cart, right? You went to your vehicle and you put the stuff into your vehicle, and you can't take the extra 1 minute. You already waited in line for an hour behind, you know, some old lady with 47 coupons. You know what I'm saying? So why can't you take that extra minute to put your damn card away? Like, what is so hard about that? I feel like people that don't put their card away, I feel like that should be a crime, like death, like punishable by death. So there you go. Not putting your card away should be punishable by death. So also, one more rant. I've had motorcycles, so I know this one. Okay, if you are riding with your buddies and you are on motorcycles, park at the same damn parking spot. We always did. We fit four in a parking spot. You know, I mean, we all had sport bikes. We didn't have, you know, Harleys or anything like that, but we'd all have them. We'd all have that, right? So park in. You don't have to park the bikes. If you pull up and there's a bike in a parking spot, park there. I've never had another motorcyclist get mad at me for parking with them in their parking spot. Never. Never have I ever. All right, let's go ahead and so we did that part, right? The crab map is that part. So we can go ahead and show that now. The last thing we're gonna do. All right. So let's go ahead and let's make another one called LDAP. LDAP domain dump, right? Okay, cool. So now what we want to do, this is also not following best protocol. Like you should either do capital or lowercase, stuff like that. This is not following best procedures, but whatever. All right. Now what we can do is we do LDAP domain dump, right? So now I want to do a which LDAP domain dump. Yep, exactly this. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to copy what I already have. There we go. Okay. I mean, by this time in this class thing, you should have this down, all this stuff, right? So now from here, we can go ahead and we can look up LDAP domain dump. Okay. And we could do this like right here, right? We can call for this guy. And we already know the password, right? Boom. Okay. Now the password is already saved in passgood.txt. So now what we can do is we can actually say pass equals cat passgood.txt, right? So now that's now the password, right? That passing right there, okay? We already have domain. We can say user equals cat u.txt. Now that should work like right there. Now what we want to do before that is we actually want to make a directory though. From here we're going to say make directory, right? And we're going to make this LDAP. Then we're going to cd into LDAP, run that. Ooh, is that going to be able to do that like right there? It's not going to be able to do that, huh? So we should actually, yep, we're just going to leave it like that. Just got to work with it. All right. And that should really be it like right there. Let's go ahead and try that guy out. We don't need those, right? Yes, SVC admin, password list.txt, all right? Did it again, did I? Okay, instead of going through all this again, there we go. Because we already had those files. We actually don't need that either. So let's just try just the LDAP domain dump part of it. Okay. And it looks like we got some domain stuff. So we can Firefox. And it dumped it. Let's go. You know, there's all our users, by the way, on the machine. So, in case you guys were wondering, you're welcome. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and look at, let me make sure there's no passwords in here anywhere. Also, the only place there's passwords like right there. Okay, cool. New task down here. We could probably actually should show that that actually does work like right there. So I showed out everything else that actually did work right. Go ahead and we'll block that out. We will block all these out. Just in case the person's never done the machine before, they can't just answer questions on it. That looks like all the passwords like right there, right? Okay, cool. So now we have that done. We have the following. Do all that domain dump stuff. So now we can go ahead and show this part of it. We could even go even more above and beyond, do a lot of other things, but We can also make it just open up Firefox like my script does. My script just makes it open up Firefox and just look at stuff. So, okay, there we go. We're actually going to block all this out. We're going to block all of this out. All right. So there we go. Okay. No description over here with passwords. Okay, cool. Okay. It's not. We literally just did stuff to it. Okay. That should be it, right? I don't know how to make a question not be a question and just have to say that you completed it. So refresh this guy, make sure that thing changes from new task. All right. Well, it did save. Okay. I mean, that should be good enough, right? For just some beginner bash scripting stuff, right? That should be enough, right? I feel like it should. I feel like that should be plenty, like right there. What do you guys think? Think I should keep going? Or is that enough? Yeah? Hashtag, you think that's enough? Like, they get the point, right? I mean, it's never going to be published, but let's go ahead and design. We don't really have an official write-up for it. We don't really need one. I mean, I guess I could always just post this YouTube video and have that be the official write-up, but it's not. I mean, okay. So let's go ahead and make this. I have to have an official write-up to make it publicly accessible. Maybe I don't, because it's an info room and not a. It's a walkthrough and info. All right, well, it's been submitted. You guys see it. It's free. Oh, I actually want to make that clonable. There. Yeah, Chad. I was making a room for bash scripting. So, no, that's not the actual script itself. The actual script itself is on GitHub now. The airmon-ng version 2 is on GitHub. And I think it works pretty good. I've tested it a lot. Although this LDAP domain dump start part is starting to freak me out like a little bit. Hey, No Limit Fitness, thanks a lot for the follow. Well, that one like right there, Cypher, Enigma, that one like right there was just an info room. Thank you, Chad. There's a lot more stuff you can do with this one, Shabby Noob. So I'll just show it to you like real quick. So it starts off with echoing this stuff like right here, right? So you can enumerate system attack or privesc, right? The privesc one is very, very slow because it does a lot of security live. Thank you very much for the raid. Let's give a quick shout out to him. I think I know how to do this. Oh, nope. Someone already get. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for the raid. What were you working on? Because right now we just made a try hack me room for bash scripting. Something just really easy and quick. But Chabby Noob, yeah, it like you get to pick which ones you want to use. All right. From there it goes through. So if you download the tools, obviously it looks to see if they're already there. That goes from there. From there, if you pick enumeration, it's me go look for domain and domain IP. If they're not there, it's going to try to get it for you. Except for domain IP, I have no idea what your domain IP is. But then it's going to go ahead, do all this right. You know how to put some music in there. So this time you could listen to Trapped. But from there, it's just going to go through and run all the enumeration stuff, right? But like I said, the privesc portion is mostly just a lot of crack map exec stuff. So all of this would be the privesc portion of it. All right, Big Skins, hey, thanks a lot for the follow. Stream room, messing around, nice. But Yeah, this one, I mean, you can only prevent so much, when you're not on the machine, So it does a lot of crack map exec stuff. Um, and then it also makes the SMB stuff that I had in one of my other things, the SMB killer thing. It runs through that, and then just kind of goes through, does some different impact stuff, like tries to do like secrets dump, all that good stuff. So if you have the password or if you have the hash, then it looks at the hash portion of it. Runs Bloodhound Python, runs a bunch of LDAP stuff, tries to mount SMB, mount FTP, all that good stuff. Uh, Tries to run Print Nightmare and zero logon, but it's really if you choose to. If you do an all though, it will not run zero or Print Nightmare. So it won't run zero logon or Print Nightmare if you do the all one. So, but it is ready to go. So this like right here, we'll just try to find the problems and not actually attack it. So this is part of the prevent thing also. Okay. So if you click to attack, it'll go through and it'll actually try to attack it. Yeah, yeah, either one. You can put in either one because it's using crab exec and everything, so it can do a slash, 24 if you wanted to. But this one like right here, but for this is also part of prevent. If you auto attack it, it will look for like easier stuff. It'll look for like server operators. Um, it'll look at what is it? SE manage volume privilege. Try to sweep tip if SE impersonate privileges on there, right? It'll do some stuff. But this part does take a while because it's actually trying to run commands from your Kali machine onto their machine. Jafulu Poachers, how you doing? So that one does take a minute to run, but it just kind of tries to find like easier prevent stuff. But if you don't want to auto attack it, like if you obviously for server operator, if you do that in real life, that would be a pretty big deal. To change, VSS there. That would be a pretty big deal. So it could also just tell you like, hey, this is wrong. Like this is a problem, and it won't actually attack it for you. So that is one thing that you can do with this also. And I took a lot of care ensuring that it won't attack it for you, but definitely read it over to make sure that there's nothing in there that's gonna mess with your stuff. Okay, cool. So Raiders, thanks for coming in. We just made a script that will attack a directory pretty much. So um, and with that script, what we did was we made a little thing like a bash script for it, and then we put that made a room with it. So if that room ever actually gets approved, I'll know because yeah, but changing out the VSS that would be a get 'em. That would be really bad, like dire or like zero logon if it's a live system. That could be really really bad. I see impersonate privilege, you throw something on there, you can delete afterwards, whatever. But VSS, like, fuck you, DNS operator. All right, let's since we got a whole bunch of people in here now, no, I should probably stop this video.